The A-10C Warthog is one of the roughest, toughest, meanest looking aircraft in the skies today.
So when the latest in the Digital Combat series landed on our desk, we thought it best to hand the review over to someone who had the appropriate knowledge and experience.
Here you go, Goose. Starting out in something nice and simple.
Yeah, it's this flying game where you fly around and shoot stuff. It's really cool.
Thanks, guys. I'll do my best.
Don't screw it up.
If you've ever played a flight simulator before, you'll know it's more about learning the fine intricacies and details of flight instead of just doing barrel rolls. Well, Eagle Dynamics has taken it one step further, creating an ultra-realistic flight simulator, putting you in charge of one of the most powerful planes in the US Air Force, the A-10C, nicknamed the Warthog. It's an ugly-looking sucker, famous for its lack of glamour and finesse, but what it lacks in the looks department, it makes up for in sheer brutality. The Warthog is primarily a tank killer, armed with air-to-ground missiles, along with its trademark weapon, the 30mm Avenger cannon. This baby is renowned as one of the deadliest aircraft to ever soar the skies. The first thing you need to know about A-10C is that it is a hardcore simulator first and a game second, and like any good simulator out there, you're going to have to learn everything there is to know about the aircraft before you even think about getting one off the tarmac. The online flight manual is a whopping 700 pages long, and you'll need to refer to it constantly in flight, as the terminology used would be beyond anyone who's not already a trained pilot. You'll be performing every task as if you were flying the Warthog in real life. Pre-flight checks, configuring payloads, tuning radio frequencies. I mean, if you actually learnt how to master this game, I'm pretty sure you could fly one in real life. The game can be played with a keyboard and mouse setup, and while there is the option to switch to a more simplified game control, if you've never played a flight sim before, or you don't have a joystick set up at home, you might want to try cutting your teeth on something a little simpler or arcadey before jumping into the deep end with this one.
Good morning. In this mission, we will practice the startup procedure for the A-10C. There's a lot to cover, so feel free to take a break by pressing the pause key at any point.
There are a handful of lessons that help you familiarize yourself with the aircraft, and an instructor will help you through most of the basics like taking off, landing, and some combat maneuvers. But don't expect to have your hand held for very long, as the learning curve for this game is incredibly steep.
Set the left and right yaw and pitch SAS channels on the SAS panel on the left console to on.
Miss a couple of steps or hit the wrong switch and you'll quickly find yourself in a nosedive.
Altitude, altitude.
I personally found it hard not hitting every switch and button before takeoff, especially when the instructor asked me so politely not to.
It will be important for you to follow my instructions to the letter. Do not jump ahead and start mashing buttons and throwing switches.
You can choose to fly full career, fast missions, or instant action if you just want to get straight up in the sky. The missions start out simple enough. You'll be attacking defenseless convoys before moving on to tanks, AA guns, and the occasional chopper. Combine this with the already overwhelming amount of controls just to keep the thing airborne, and you'll understand why this is a true game for connoisseurs of flight sims. The aircraft models are meticulously detailed both inside and out.
Altitude, pull up.
And while some of the explosions are a little lackluster, weather effects like flying over a shimmering ocean or lightning storm can be beautifully distracting. While personally I found it a bit overwhelming and confusing, if you're a hardcore simmer who is ready to dedicate hours, days, even months to becoming a professional Warthog pilot, then this game can't come recommended enough. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 rubber chickens. Now, back to the cockpit.